Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong and absolutely gifted.
And tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, that pass isn't the best. Pirlo. Rummenigge. Now it's Ronaldinho. Rummenigge. He's picked his way through. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Shooting chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's managed to get free.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Great vision. And this is Ronaldinho. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And this is Count. Count was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Maldini.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Gullit. And it's Ronaldinho. And here's Roberto Carlos.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Back in once more. And a header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. Gullit goes short. Roberto Carlos. Great chance! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now it's Rashford. And he's there to make the challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Rummenigge. It's a pretty loose pass. It's crossed into the middle. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. Rashford is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Lewandowski receives it in a good position here. Counts. Goes for a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
Makaleli. Now Dumfries. Rummenigge. Almost half an hour in now. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, important interception. Ricky Puig.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That has not gone well. Pirlo. And it's Ronaldinho. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's having a hit! Now it's Hullet. Dumfries. Lovely feet. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Dumfries. Now that's a lovely exchange. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. Ah, that's a fine interception. Not the most accurate pass. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now that looks a decent ball. Pirlo. Looking to play him in. Pirlo gets into a good position. Pinches it off him. That is ended up in no man's land. That's it, 45 minutes up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Count stood his ground strongly. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And it's Ronaldinho. O'Shea does really well to win the ball there.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
It's Lewandowski! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Ricky Puig plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's had a shot! Oh, good finish! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Now it's Lewandowski. That's a good ball out wide. He has found the way through. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, good read.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Ronaldinho. Now it's Messi. Messi. And he's been shifted off it. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Played out to the left flank. And this is Lewandowski. Makaleli. Now Dumfries. It's Makaleli. He's looking wide. And this is Roberto Carlos. That's an excellent interception. Now, what about a counter-attack? Ricky Puig.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And here's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's very neat. Roberto Carlos made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. Half an hour gone in the second half. And here's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. It's a promising position. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 19, numero 7. Lasciano il campo per il numero 17, Berbatov. Il numero 11, cambio di giocatori.
Kirkchu. Nice interception, well timed. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Akanji. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Calhanoglu.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Crossed into the middle. So their fourth corner of the game. Impressive jump. In he goes again. Firm header just off target.
He did so well there. It's just a shame about the accuracy.
And here's Messi. And he cuts out the supply. Couch. O'Shea. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's found a way through. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Berbatov. That's been cut out, well played. O'Shea.
Ci saranno 3
Kirkchu.
minuti di recupero.
Calhanoglu. Chouameni. Could move up a gear here. Tries to play it through. Can he latch on to this? O'Shea. Ricky Puig. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And that is as far as it goes. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he tries a shot! It's there! And that's got him off to a flyer!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So, a breakthrough already. Beraldo. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Rashford. He's had a shot! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Messi. Neymar. Now it's Dani Olmo. Pass somewhat off target. And he was quick to react. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Now, can they get him away? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Kukçu. Looking to play him in. Think Lewandowski! Kukçu goes sliding in. And a chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Now there's a fine ball. Big chance! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Piemonte are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Distributed tidily. Great ball if he can get there. Chance! And that's a good finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Kaut. And this is Lewandowski. Vardiol gets across to intercept that. Beraldo. Vardiol. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And it's Neymar. That's going wide left. Now it's Messi. And it's been played through. It's Neymar! Now, who's going to be first to this? Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Cook, and he's found the way past. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Cook. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And here's Lewandowski.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their back.
Lewandowski! And it's there! They are purring, truly purring. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not... It's Neymar! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Rashford is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Just the keeper in his way. Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. This possibly the last play of the half. There's the header. That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
I just think it's been a great performance, and they totally deserve to have this lead at half-time. I mean, just about anything they tried seemed to have come off. It's incredible stuff.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Cafu is in a really good position out wide. And he's managed to get Messi! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. It's a good ball out wide, but that has not gone well. Now it's Trossard. He won't be happy with that one. Cook. Now it's Lewandowski. Ricky Puig. Threads one in. Great ball and shot at goal!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Trossard has found the net here, of course. Oh, he's on his own! Good claim. No margin for error there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Tries to pass it through. Lovely, now then. Real chance! Chance! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Cafu. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Can he get on the end of this? He might be in here! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Lewandowski. Messi. Now it's Neymar. Played into space. Great ball if he can get there. That's really well cleared. Nicked it back promptly. That's really well manoeuvred. Well seen. Saw that coming. Trossard looking to pass their way up the pitch. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is through here. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Trossard. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Turns back here, probably the best option. Knocks it into space. He has found the way through. And the shot! Keeper's got his work done.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Goes for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And here's Lewandowski. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Dani Olmo. Now it's Mbappe. That looks a cracking goal.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ricky Puig did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Lewandowski. Messi. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Trossard. Always onto this. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And he's intervened well there. It's a really well-measured ball. Now this could be a chance. Looking for the run. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And that has left him in a heap. Van Dijk. Now it's Ricky Puig. And here's Lewandowski. And here's Couch.
There will be 1 minute
Pass isn't the best. Now it's Mbappe. Floated through. That's that, the end. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So off we go then. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Now it's Ronaldinho, looking to play him in. That ball looks a good one. Oh, important interception. That's been cut out, well played. Well played right into his path. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Shevchenko. And this is Kante. Shevchenko. Chance for a shot! There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he plays one through. Here comes the corner, and we have our very first corner. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And now they can spring out of defence. Good ball, good take. Aimed beyond the defence. Van Nistelrooy. And here's Van Nistelrooy. And that is expertly dealt with. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Mohamed Salah in acres of space out wide. It's a goal kick. O'Shea picks it up from the goal kick. And this is Mohamed Salah. Adams. That has been cut short. That is Kante. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Riqui Puig. Oh, that pass isn't the best. O'Shea. And the counter is on. Now it's Riqui Puig. He might be in here! Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And this is Shevchenko. And he whips it in. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
In with the challenge. And this is Shevchenko. Ronaldinho. Now it's Messi.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, no joy this time. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Doesn't quite get there. Rashford. That has not gone well. Looking for the run. Posh. Now it's Shevchenko. Good running, strong and purposeful.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Kante wins the duel this time. Salah crosses.
Diamante can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Ronaldinho. Can he get it through? And this is Van Nistelrooy. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Conte. Now it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. And the through ball. Good read, needed to be. And they win it back again. And this is Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! Shevchenko! This guy is class! Oh, it really is a... And that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that was a gem of a half. Remarkable on all fronts. The difference is two, but still, all things are possible. And we get things going again. Now it's Rashford. Beckenbauer. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Rashford. Showing great feet there. Conte! Oh, what's he giving here? So a big chance now from 12 yards. Raya clearly engaging in mind games here. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
A case now of complete control. Beckenbauer, and it's Iniesta. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And this is... Getting up there! It's hit the crossbar! Goal! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Barcelona may be down, but not out just yet. Now, can they get him away? That pass has been well intercepted. Great vision. Messi. Oh, terrible pass.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. It's a sharp pass. Can he latch on to this?
Oh, really well played.
He has found the way through. And this is Shevchenko. And Shevchenko! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an...
Van Nistelrooy! And that is great goalkeeping.
Barcelona are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, no question, Jim. The referee has seen that as a professional foul.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
Nicely weighted ball. Goes for a shot! And he hits the net. Just cruising. They are cruising. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Another one. This must be his... Oh, and the shot! Oh, good finish. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And this is Shevchenko. That's a shade optimistic. Searching pass he's played there. And he's intervened well there. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mohamed Salah has it out wide and in space. Great chance! No, that's just wide.
Diamante really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Messi. Ricky Puig. Now it's Shevchenko. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that looks a decent ball. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Ricky Puig. Oh, that's well spotted. Iniesta, looking understandably energised after his goal. Now it's Shevchenko, and he was quick to react. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, can he get onto this? Conte. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Shapes to shoot! Ricky Puig. Now it's Shevchenko. Rashford providing an outlet on that flank. Chance! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Posh. And now they can spring out of defence. Costa Curta cuts it out. Now it's Messi. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Threads one in. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. And here's Shevchenko. It's Rashford! Well taken goal. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Now it's Rashford. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Messi. And that will be it. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Shevchenko.